So this is Dutch, who is Dagny's neighbor's dog, that live right next door. They've met each other only visually over the fence. They haven't actually been together. So we tried to, I was basically giving Dutch's guardian some pointers about the walk and using a martingale. And then I decided, well, let's get them together. So Dagny, we let him meet outside, we let him sniff. It was very structured, then we took him for a short walk together. When I walked them together, I kept one dog here and one dog here. Nobody's in front. For dogs, whoever is in front is literally in the leadership position. So dogs are going to compete for that. So by denying both dogs that, then I become the leader, and I'm controlling the situation. So because Dagny is not Dutch is not showing aggression, but he kind of, and I think he just wants to play, but he kind of was a little bit more assertive in wanting to do that. So we're letting Dagny be off leash first. There we go. And we're keeping the leash for Dutch just to make sure everything, in case something happens, we have a little bit of control. I'm feeling pretty good about him right now. This is great interaction. They're both sniffing other things and looking at other things. If it's a fight, they're just staring at each other. They're very stiff. They're holding their breath or they're breathing fast. The tail is up, a lot of times doing small circles. She's urinating, which is actually a good thing. Bodily function, cleaning themselves, urinating. That shows I'm relaxed enough to do this. If you're really stressed, you're not going to do self-grooming, that sort of stuff. Now she was moving a little bit slow. Come here, Dad. Come. Well, he's just looking for places to pee on right now. Probably looking for where she just urinated so he can pee on top of it. Yes, there you go. Dutch, all right. So if we stay calm for another minute or so, I'm going to drop the leash and let them kind of play together, supervised, obviously. Now, just like kids playing inside, we let them play up to a certain energy level. Then it becomes outside play. Now, we're already outside, but we're only going to let them get to a certain energy level. If they get too excited, we're going to intercede, because dogs get more in most trouble when they're overexcited and overstimulated. Now she's being a good follower. See, she's, I mean, literally following him. He's distracted because this is a place he hasn't been to before. Dutch, Dutch, come. Look at that. Sit.
Wow.
Sit.
Wow. You're awesome.
Thank you. Now with having treats, sometimes you got to be careful. One dog is too exuberant. He's like, "Hey, you're trying to take my treats." But this is good.
That'd be good.
I didn't recognize aggression signs out of him. I recognize more frustration. I can't smell her, and I want to interact with her, and I'm being prevented from doing so. That's why I'm barking with this big bark. And he's a big dog. Hank, or Dutch, 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 come. Yes, you do look like a Wookiee, though. Sit. Sit. That was really good. Me offering a treat that close to his face and he didn't respond. All right, Dutch, come here, let's take your leash off. Dutch, Dutch, Dutch.
Selective hearing, you know.
Well, we need to set up a session to work on that. Dutch, oh, he's like, I'm gonna get some water.
Oh.
Let's move over here. I'm gonna take him off the leash. You don't want a dog to drag around the leash unsupervised for too long. They could potentially get into trouble. Here, Dutch. But since he's being good and behaving well, and I'm here, might as well facilitate as much of a introduction and interaction. And these guys might become buddies. I mean, you're right next door. It'd be nice if, you know, we can let them play maybe in the backyard and wrestle with each other, rather than you guys having, you know, we still want to walk and do the rest of those things. But yeah, good buddies. All right, so this is a good, we're going to let them just kind of play for a little bit. This is probably not going to be the most exciting footage. So this is a quick little synopsis of how we can get some dogs to get together in Laguna Niguel.
Perfect.